haven't been in here in a while. I kind of miss filming in here. I have a lot of fragrances. I have a lot of choices to pick from. But you know what? These are the fragrances that I have been unsuspectingly obsessed with this summer. Like, I don't really have a good excuse. It's not like these are the newest releases or these are my top 10. Just, I don't know what it is. These are the ones I'm just obsessed with for all the different scenarios I've been in this summer. And these are the ones that have become kind of my easy reaches and my preferred reaches. Stick around for that list. If you're not currently subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoy watching my content, give this video a big thumbs up. It really does help me. I truly appreciate it. And let's get into it. I'm gonna sit back down here because I have most of my lights here and I have a table to work with and it's just easier. I feel less cluttered when I sit here, although I am right next to my collection. It is, I don't know, let me know. Do you prefer seeing my giant collection of 1,000 bottles behind me? Or do you prefer this more calm space in the chair next to my collection? Let me know your thoughts because I've heard mixed things from that. I just like sitting here because it keeps my room cleaner, where that area is cleaner for me to explore my fragrances without having all the lights, and you've no idea how much has to go standing around you, and it feels more congested in there. But anyway, the fragrances I'm obsessed with. Now, let me just get out of the way the 3 fragrances I have in like 10 mLs or 15 mLs in my purse at all times, because that love is not lost. I've talked about them a bunch that I feel like they're pretty much attached to my hip, and one of them is Amore Torrido. I mean, for a year and a half, this has been my ride or die, and more compliments than guidance by far. Like, it's crazy. But the way people know that guidance is a compliment magnet, that's how this is. It's crazy. Like, actually, the 2 of them are pretty much like hero status, the 2 of them, when it comes to compliments. So yeah, this still stays in my purse and it is an easy reach. Because it's out of stock until they can make some more, which shouldn't be that much longer, I don't think. I'm just very sparing. I wear it with intention only when I know I'm gonna be around other people. Easy spray for me, which I'm going through a lot too. I do have a couple bottles left in my store, is the Valhalla. This for me, especially on really hot days, I just love a juicy tropical kind of fragrance. Valhalla does it. And again, shockingly, great compliments from people when I don't think it is really drifting. It really does. So this is the other mini. I have a mini bottle that stays in my purse. And then a decant of the Dolce Melodia that I keep in my purse as well. Those 3 are always there. Even when I switch around, go on a trip, they are always there as my like emergency fragrance that I know is gonna kill it. Like when it's like, oh, I wasn't planning on that and I didn't put a like killer perfume on to make an impression. Those are my 3 making impressions that I keep in my purse at all times that I can switch gears and layer on and add with no issue. But since I've talked about them a bunch already, I'm giving you 10 other ones that I have shockingly really been pretty obsessed with lately. And I don't know if I have a really good reason for them, but I'm gonna go through them with you because there's affordable and there's luxury niche here. I've got them all over the map, but they all just have a little bit of a grip on me. This one is affordable and old. I think it was like a year or 2 ago that it made its rounds and it had a lot of hype and a lot of PR went out and I never got it. I just didn't, but I did recently. I got them both. And this particular one I'm a little obsessed with, and it's by Orientica, and it is this Arte Bellisimo collection. Exotic is the one, the white one, which is this creamy tropical coconut vanilla kind of fragrance to me. It's so good. I mean, it's in the alley of Calatini's Creme Brulee. Kind of like this is the lighter version. Then you have the Calatini's version. And then the heavier version is going to be your Parfum Aroma Giosa, which, by the way, I'm obsessed with those two. But this one is the lighter version. It's the affordable version. It is the easy spray for me when I'm home in sweats, or I'm working from home, or I'm going to bed and I want something cozy, or I'm gonna watch a movie at home. Like, this is my easy spray that is just like for me. Like, I'm spraying this totally for me and I just like it. And it's cozy, and I'm a big coconut fan. I'm a coconut food fan. I don't like coconut solar like suntan lotion. I like a more gourmand coconut, an edible kind of coconut. That's what I like. I definitely don't like sunscreen. And this is that. It's a fuzzy, cozy coconut vanilla fragrance that just does it for me. And it's so crazy because it's like from 2 years ago when everyone was talking about it. I think now you can get an even better price on it, probably Amazon or something. I'll link it down below. Another one that has been out for a while, but because I was kind of latched onto some other fragrances, I didn't latch onto this one, but now I kind of am. And it's Maraschino by Sospiro. I just had other fragrances on my brain I was obsessed with that I never really let this one into my heart fully. And now I do. Plus, you get these preconceived notions. And when a fragrance doesn't hit those preconceived notions, you kind of like push it to the side a little bit. And then you come around to it and you're like, okay, I like you for who you are now. I like you. I didn't like you because you weren't X, but now I like you for who you are. It opens more of almost like a black cherry. I know it's maraschino cherry, which is a type of cherry, but it's like this black cherry. The almond in here does richen up the cherry in here and give it a little bit of richness, but it keeps this brightness. There's other fruits like peach and apple that give it a brightness, and the florals really come through here. But the base, once it dries down, you start to get more of that creamy woods in here. There's even a period, gosh, maybe 15 minutes in, where I question, I'm like, gosh, does that have like a leatheriness to it or like a richer woodiness to it? And it passes almost immediately, but it is this little stage that it goes through that I quite like, actually. And then it dries down to more of that creamy sandalwood, ambery kind of feel with that like layer of fruity floral, like cherry floral on top of it. I really like this. I've really come to fall in love with this one, and it definitely gets some compliments for me too because it's more unique. It's not your cliche cherry fragrance, yet it is just as addictive of a cherry floral, fruity floral kind of fragrance. I have recently just been like crazy nuts for this one. This next one kind of threw my head for a loop a little bit. I sat on this as I thought because I don't like to feature something until I kind of gather my thoughts. And I struggled because, again, with the preconceived notion, I swear I smelled this in Cannes last year, which would be almost a year ago, like 10 months ago, because I remember saying, unless I have the fragrance wrong, because of this black bottle and the scent. And I remember saying like, wow, kind of reminds me of like Batman's cave, kind of like there's something mysterious about this fragrance and sultry sexy. They sent me it at the launch. Now I get they change things, but like, I don't know if I had in my head a different fragrance. Maybe that was obsidian or something, but Immortal Potion. It is the most stunning jasmine fragrance. Now I'm funny with jasmine. I don't necessarily like it. Like, I'm not an Alien fan. Alien to me is just a walking migraine. Like, I see it and I panic without you even spraying it. I'm gonna have a migraine. But this is so beautiful, but it is definitely a jasmine prominent fragrance. But there's something about this that just triggers this vision of this gorgeous lady that is the Achilles for men. Like, she's just, they're weak to that. They're weak to her. They have just no hope. Like, whatever she wants, she's going to get her way. She just has this charm about her. And that's what this gives me. It gives me this, like, magical love potion kind of feel to it. It's just a truly beautiful floral, but you know I'm funny with florals, right? Like I don't like plain florals. They have to have either sweetness to them or muskiness to them or some kind of other aspect to it. And this does, but I can't put my finger on anything. It's this like fourth dimension to it that I just can't identify. It's probably got, you know what, now that I think about it, it has probably some, you know what, hedione overdose, which hedione is from jasmine, and that triggers the brain to say, I like this, I like this, I like this. That's what Initio uses, a lot of that stuff. There's a little bit of tropical underneath, like tropical yellow florals can have this warmth to them and a little bit more richness to them, which this has, and it has that sweetness to it, but there's something airy about it. There's still something airy. There's the sweetness that makes them addictive. There is a very light texture to it. This is not a translucent fragrance. There's a little bit of comfort to it, like a little bit of a sweet, fluffy. I just envision white with this fragrance. It's ironic in that it's black, but immortal. Like there is something just virile. There's something very virile about this fragrance. Like she's fertile. Like there's something very alluring, fertile about this fragrance. It's so wild, the impression it gives on the brain, but it's beautiful. I sat on this for a couple of weeks actually, just trying to gather my thoughts on it and wearing it intermittently. And every time I was just like, I cannot make words for this fragrance. I don't get befuddled often, but there's something about this one that is beyond words. And I don't frequently say that. You know, I'm never short on words, to be honest, but I really like this one. It threw me for a loop. It's beautiful. Reactions or compliments, I never did. I was so caught up in it in trying to figure this fragrance out that I never did. I apologize for that. I'm gonna have to, because I would imagine this would get a lot of comments or compliments, or at least reactions that would make, sometimes people don't comment on your perfume, but they do draw into a conversation with you just to get close to you and engage with you. And they don't realize it's because your fragrance just makes you feel more welcoming and alluring. And I would imagine this would kind of do that. I gotta tell you, I will talk more about this when I am able to properly form words again. I don't know about this. Like, I don't know how it does it, but Immortal Potion is really good. Let me go to something I can wrap my heads around. Now, these two are affordable. You've seen me feature it in like shorts and reels because they've kind of become an easy reach, casual going out. Like I'm not going anywhere spectacular, want something easy. Both Lattafa, and it's the Cade Alfarsan, which Thais on Instagram triggered my interest in this, and then I really liked it. As well as the Ajayeb Dubai Portrait. There's a black one. I have that one too. Came by accident from Amazon because I actually ordered this and they sent me the black one, which was really disappointing, expecting a mango fragrance. But the mango and the coconut. This is a coconut, white florals. This is mango, more heavy on the fruits here and florals. And I tend to mix these. I can use either one alone, but I have been tending to kind of be wearing this and then an hour later I'm spraying this over it and rolling with it and enjoying it and getting compliments too. Like, what are you wearing? I'm like, the most affordable fragrances ever, like crazy good deal. And they're just easy reach like that. If it's a nice day out, you're casual, which in the summer, a lot of people are casual. Then you're going out and you're just going to be in the sunshine and you want something a little fresher because the heat is going to increase your fragrances, which is why we like lighter ones in the summer. This is more jasmine than this. This doesn't really have the floral in it. It's more coconut vanilla. This has more floral to it, a little bit lighter, definitely heavier on the floral than this. This is more almost like mango, pineapple kind of fragrance to me. Juicier, fruitier, kind of the florals taking more of a backseat. Really like this one and just love it with that coconut. Okay, this one I recently got and gave it a full wear actually today. and even a layer. The one I put on first, which is my like after shower kind of fresh fragrance, when I'm looking for something to kind of cool me off a little bit, be a clean scent, not doing anything, don't know what I want. I just want that clean post-shower feeling, and it's Carner Barcelona Helix. I use a lot of Carner Barcelonas in the summer. They are my spring-summer brand for sure. I know they've been around a long time. They still put out bangers. I use Sal y Limon, salt and lemon. I use that for like sports when I'm playing pickleball, and after the pickleball game to kind of like freshen up without a heavy perfume is disgusting with sweat. But there's something about the clean scents that just freshen you, something about citrus that feels clean. But the Helix is more of an aquatic, beachy kind of feel, that it's like clean salt water kind of on you. Clean Mediterranean, like you took a dip to freshen up. I just get like the shore, like something, a very calm Mediterranean coastline kind of feel, like you're getting that beach air more. It's not that the water's on you. You can smell the water nearby, and it's like you can smell elements from the sea almost. Now, it used to have this metallic rock feel to it and for the propeller, but I feel like now I get more like pebbles than that really metallic kind of feel. But I really like this. It's surprisingly good performance and very clean feeling. And then this came in and I layered it over it, and it was just, wow, what an amazing combination. Now, if you know Bora Bora, it was very popular. I wasn't as in love with it as everyone else was, because it was just this lush floral forest, a tropical floral forest. Now this Xanadu, the same people as my Valhalla, the blue collection being more about the sea. This Xanadu is this like, I think it's imaginary, this imaginary fantasy, luxury, vacation environment with, if you imagine like waterfalls and florals, lush gardens all around you, and tropical florals in an oasis. That's what Xanadu is, and that's what they created this fragrance as. And it gives me that lush florals, like you're on a tropical resort, but it's not entirely tropical florals here. There's definitely a more of a balance here. These lush florals, but I get more. Whereas Bora Bora, all I was getting was thick, lush florals, like heavy. This is lighter, and I feel like I can breathe, and I feel like, oh my gosh, I can see the birds and I can feel the waterfalls, and there's something more complete and lighter about it to me. So there's Lily of the Valley, Orange Blossom, Rose, and Jasmine. So this opens with Mandarin, Peach, and Bergamot, your like fruity citrus, but I don't get that. I actually get the florals right in that top spray. I'm just in heaven. I need to wear this more. It just came in, but I am obsessed with this right here. I did try this in Cannes, so I did know, and they let me try the 3 releases, and I had picked Xanadu over Valhalla. Most people picked Valhalla as their favorite. I had actually picked Xanadu. Another one. Okay, so this one I've had for a little bit. I actually wore this one on the plane to New York. I was trying to pack some Lattafas, but I couldn't resist. This is the one I sprayed myself down with for the plane because I've just been obsessed with it lately. And it's by Alfred Ritchie, who's an imaginary man that just travels around to destination. So all their perfumes are named after destinations. This one's Nassau for Nassau, Bahamas. My Bahama babies, I know you're gonna be loving on this one. This one, if you know, Nassau, Bahamas is known for their pink sand beaches. And this one, they made it like pink sponge sugar, cotton candy beaches. I wore this for a day to meet my friend for brunch in La Jolla on a beautiful sunny Sunday. And it was so perfect with the palm trees. We're on the La Jolla Cove, which is on the water there, the ocean. We're having lunch on the rooftop there. And this was just so perfect because it literally, I was wearing the exact vibe of this fragrance. There's something tropical mixed in here while you intermittently get these cotton candy beaches. It definitely pops with the sweetness on this one, kind of coming in and out with that sweetness, but it's a soft sweetness. It's not sharp like Baccarat Rouge. It's a soft truly little cotton candy, spun sugar, kind of sugar clouds, kind of sugar in this one that pops in and out. I loved this one to pieces, and with that tropical beachy kind of flair to it. It's more translucent, it's airy, it's perfect for on the beach because it just kind of drifts with the sillage in the air. I can't stop wearing this one. I'm obsessed with this one. Two more, and I really need to do a house overview of this collection. I've been wanting to do it for a couple months now. Is Christian Provenzano, Palazzo. Palazzo is inspired by literally Palazzo, or the plaza in Italy, where you have like the concrete statues, you have flowers all around, you have this open space, and it is again a floral that I oddly really like because there's something not plain about it. Again, you're given like this garden party kind of vibe to it. There's something more, and yes, you get a little bit of that statue in there, that concrete, but it layers really beautifully to this one. Oh, you can just immediately get pink florals. It's just so pretty. Palazzo. Another one of my favorites. Like, I've pulled away from Roca, and I've actually been more into these two. Men haven't made. There's so many good ones for men that I have. But this is Santal Indian. If you're a sandalwood fan, if you like clean sandalwoods, this is a beautiful sandalwood for in the heat, especially because it's not too thick or sweet or cloying. It's a very clean, dry, sandalwood, woody fragrance that is just so beautiful that it feels like it's drying on you. Like it's kind of like putting baby powder on. It has a drying effect. Like there's something about this. Oh, I love this one. It has an airy sandalwood kind of feel to it. I really like the Santal Indian. I've been popping samples of these into orders because I really want people to try them. It has a little bit of orange blossom in here also, and a dash of saffron. I love Christian Provenzano, but it's primarily the clean sandalwood with the freshness of the orange blossom and, you know, just a touch of vanilla to give it sweetness, that the sandalwood is not too dry, that it actually has a sweetness, but it has this clean kind of feel to it. They're just so beautiful. I love the Santal Indian. It's another one that I have been weirdly obsessed with wearing, especially in the heat. And now the Navy Jets with their night training. I can't win here. So I'm gonna close this out. Thank you. I love you guys. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah.